All right, so a bonus module for you. We're talking all about how to keep your choir members happy. These are your prospective choir members who have now joined, they're brand new, and your current membership. How do you keep your choir members happy? Now, you and I both know it's not about them, it's not about us, it's about God. But we can do some things to set our singers up for success, and we want to do that because if we're going to grow long term and retain our choir members and continue adding more to the fold, we've got to keep our singers happy. We want to serve them in the best way possible. Think about this. So you've run your choir trial period. Well, you get to the end of that choir trial period and you don't want to see those singers go anywhere. Now, you're going to have some that are going to drop off, and that's fine. They may come back the next season and be a part of the Lent choir trial period or the Advent, whenever you choose to run that. The big deal is serving them well during those 30 days or 45 days, 4 weeks, 6 weeks, 7 weeks, however long your choir trial period is. Make them want to stay. And you want to start first and foremost, friends, with the singers that you already have. How can you honor them? How can you celebrate them? How can you love and encourage them? How can you pastor them? Yes, there is a pastoral aspect to what we do. Are you taking time out of your day to give them a call, send them a quick text, send them an email, say, I'm thinking about you, I appreciate you, thank you for your commitment, thank you for attending rehearsals the way you do. I so appreciate that. That speaks volumes of you and your character. I want to honor you for that. Thank you for being a part of the choir. And as you're setting up your new members for success, there's a few things that you can think about. You can set complementary personalities beside one another in the group. And here's what I mean by that. You know that there are some folks who are just extroverted and some that are introverted. Like, I'm an introvert / extrovert. I fall kind of in the middle of that category, but I very much like my solitude and time to myself. I wouldn't necessarily want to sit next to 2 or 3 other introverts. I'm going to do well if you set me next to a sort of extroverted person. And so I'm going to have some more conversations with that person because they're going to pull me out of my comfort zone. And same thing for your choir members. You want to think about who you're setting them next to as they're coming in to join the choir trial period, or if maybe they've come through the farm team strategy. Maybe they are brand new and they've just said, I want to come and see what you guys are all about. Well, set them next to someone who's kind. Set them next to someone who is excited that they're there, who's going to talk a little bit with them and get to know them and build that rapport. You want to be thinking about it like that. That's strategy. And that's also being thoughtful and setting your new members up for success. I would also encourage you to set your weaker vocalists next to your stronger vocalists. So if you know you've got someone new coming in, you've done a voice check with them, and you know they are so strong. They are really strong singers, and they have, taken voice lessons, and they've just sung all their life. We'll set that person next to perhaps a weaker singer. Now, maybe that weaker singer is extroverted, and your new prospective singer is sort of introverted, but they're a really good musician. Well, that's a good dynamic there. What you don't want to do is set your really big personalities next to your big personalities and stack those on top of each other, because that's not always going to play well in rehearsal. They may be a little too rowdy for starters, or maybe it makes both of those folks feel a little uncomfortable. So if you're thinking about where you're setting them within the choir, and thinking about personalities as well as vocal type and strength of musicianship, and you're getting strategic with that, then that is going to set your prospective new singers up for success. And finally, honor the rehearsal hour. I promise you, your current choir members and the new ones that will come to know and love your choir will know if you have planned well in your rehearsal. Don't just put it together last minute. Don't just show up and then come up with a plan on the spot. Have a plan so you can make progress and plan thoroughly, plan thoughtfully. I'm talking about warm-ups. I'm talking about announcements. Are you getting strategic with where you're placing your announcements? Are you thinking about how you want to teach folks through scripture and theology of the music you're singing? Honor that rehearsal time. And I promise you, if you honor that rehearsal time and you take time to think about the ways that you can make it even more meaningful for your singers, and you do all of these things, you are going to set your singers up for success. You are going to honor them, and they're going to keep coming back. So friends, congratulations on getting some new choir members, implementing these strategies. Keep it up. You're going to grow today and beyond.